Hello and welcome to today's lesson. I'm your hard-working but indefatigable teacher, Mr. Burton. You will need to watch this video and take notes as you go. You may need to watch certain parts of the video a few times to ensure complete understanding. This is your homework and I will check your notes tomorrow before we get started. I hope you learned something.
Hello and welcome to today's lesson. Today we're into our second installment of product, our first P in the 4 P's of the marketing mix. This lesson focuses on product portfolio analysis and branding as the main topics today. The Boston Consulting Group Matrix, the BCG Matrix, is the most well-known product portfolio analysis. And this is just a method of analyzing the product portfolio being the different products that a business will have. And it looks at these in terms of market share and market growth. So you can see our square is cut into 2 quadrants. We've got market share running from the bottom to the top. So we've got low market share to high market share. And going horizontally, we have market growth, from high market growth to low market growth. And that gives 4 different quadrants, right? So we have up the top left-hand corner, high market share, high market growth. The bottom left-hand corner, high market share, low market growth. Top right-hand corner, high market growth, but low market share. And where nobody wants their products to be in the bottom right hand corner, where the market share is low and there's limited growth in the market, low market growth. Now the BCG highlights the position of each of a firm's products when measured by market share and market growth, and this allows not only analysis of the existing product portfolio but also the possible future strategies the firm could take next in regards to their products. The size of each circle represents the total revenue earned by each product. So the bigger the circle, the greater the number of sales. The smaller the circle, the fewer sales by total value. We have the cash cow in the bottom left hand corner. This is low market growth and high market share. So for example, product A here, a company would be describing as their cash cow. So it's a well-established product in a mature market. This type of product creates a high positive cash flow and is typically very profitable. Sales are high relative to the market. Promotional costs are likely to be relatively low as a result of high consumer awareness. Now the cash from this product can be milked, so the cash flow from the product can be used to inject into other products in the portfolio to try and grow those, maybe by product development or better promotional strategies. So this quadrant is often referred to as a cash cow. Now the business will want to maintain cash cows for as long as possible, especially if that high market share can be maintained with little additional promotional spending, i.e. the business is not spending too much on the promotion of the product. In the top left hand corner of high market growth, high market share, we call these types of products stars, essentially because even though the market isn't huge yet, it's a fast growing market, and within this fast growing market these products have a high market share. So stars are successful products that are performing well in an expanding market, and the firm will be keen to maintain that market position of the product in what may be a fast changing market. So promotional costs are going to be high to help differentiate the product, reinforce that brand image. Now despite these costs, the star is likely to generate high amounts of income, especially in the future. So if their status and market share can be maintained, they should become the cash cows of the future as that market share grows and matures and the market growth begins to slow. Question marks. Now these are a bit of a hit and miss product. We don't really know what's going to happen to them. They're at high market growth, but they've got low market share. The question mark is going to consume resources but generates little in return, especially in the short term. And a question mark is typically could be a new product that's been launched. Now it's going to need heavy promotional cost to help become established, and a finance that would need to go into that extra cost to bump these sales up was likely to come from a cash cow. The future of the product is likely uncertain. Quick decisions may need to be taken if sales don't improve. Things like revised design, a relaunch, or even withdrawal from the market. It should, however, have the potential, which is why it's a question mark, as it's selling in a market sector which is growing fast. So the businesses is going to need to analyse carefully which question marks are worth developing and investing in, and which ones are the best to just drop, stop selling, withdraw from the market. Our dogs, low market growth, low market share. Dogs don't offer little to the business in terms of existing sales and cash flow or future prospects. That's because there's low growth in this market. The market isn't growing anymore. Products that are dogs will need to be replaced shortly, or the firm could decide to withdraw this from the markets altogether and then position itself into faster growing sectors with new products. So the BCG Matrix, an essential tool for analysing the different products that a business has. Strategic analysis. By identifying the positions of all of the firm's products, a full analysis of the portfolio is possible. And that's going to help the business focus on which products need support, which ones need action, and the action could include the following strategies. So question marks, a strategy of building, supporting that question mark product with additional promotion, advertising, increasing the number of distribution outlets. The finance for this, which is cash intensive, could be obtained from established cash cow products, those products which are generating a whole lot of cash for the business. Our stars have got a holding strategy. So continue to support with star products so that they can maintain their good market position. We don't want the competitors to get in there and grow their market share at the expense of ours. Work may be needed to freshen up the product in the eyes of the consumer so that those high sales growth can be sustained, maintained. Our cash cows, our strategy here is to milk them. We're going to take the positive cash flow from these established products, our cash cows, and we're going to invest them in other products in the portfolio or develop new products altogether. Dogs, divest. Divest is a nice way of saying we're going to kill them, get rid of them. These products are dogs, they're not worth having. So by identifying the worst performing dogs and stopping the production and supply of these, this is the best action. So this strategic decision should not be taken lightly. It's going to involve other issues, such as the impact on the workforce, whether there's spare capacity freed up by stopping production can be used profitably for another product. So those are the different strategies using our BCG matrix. Now, what's good and what's bad about product portfolio analysis and the BCG matrix for analysing our products? So, on the positive side, the BCG matrix is relevant when analysing performance and current position of existing products, when planning action to be taken with existing products, and when planning the introduction of new products. On the other side, no technique can guarantee business success. It's going to depend on the accuracy of that analysis by the marketing teams and the skills that that team possesses, and in employing appropriate marketing strategies. Another good thing about the BCG matrix is it encourages management to evaluate each of the products within a business, and these units will be set objectives and resources will be allocated to each of these products within these business units. But on the other hand, the Boston Matrix helps to establish the current situation which the firm finds themselves, but it's not great at predicting future sales in the future or the failure of products. Another good thing, it stimulates the use of data that's coming from the outside to judge, to help management make judgments, intuitive judgments. But on its own, it can't tell a manager what will happen next with any product. So the business is still going to need to engage in detailed and continuous market research. But at all times, decision makers must be conscious of the potentially dramatic effects of competitors' decisions, changes in technology, and changes in the economic environment.
Show me.
Quickly moving on to branding.
Show me.
Why won't anyone buy my lemonade? It's the best ever.
I'm glad you asked, Jimmy. Otherwise, I'd be standing here with this microphone and script for no apparent reason.
Where are you, mister?
My current location is unimportant, Jimmy.
Okay, mister. Want to buy some lemonade?
Well, no, I don't, Jimmy. I'm afraid your lemonade point of purchase branding is simply unappealing, undefined, and quite easy to ignore.
Ah, shucks. Hey, mister?
Yes, James?
What's branding?
Now there's an intelligent question, a question more business people like yourself should be asking, and I'm just the disembodied voice to tell you.
Sally, I'm lucky.
Why, yes, you are, Jimmy.
So, what is branding?
Jimmy, branding is the art and science of defining and differentiating yourself to the public.
Oh, like a cool logo?
Not so fast, fella. There's a big difference between an identity and a brand.
No fooling?
No question, my young beverage entrepreneur. Logos and graphics are merely the trappings and window dressings of a brand. Sure, they need to be top-notch.
And swell?
That's right, All-Star. But more importantly, a brand defines the foundation of a company. It's your core beliefs. It's your voice. It's your company's purpose in life. Let's look at Joe and Bob. Both have a purpose in life. Joe is a farmer. His purpose is to raise grain and livestock to provide food. It's a tough, dirty job with lots of challenges. His identity not only reflects his purpose, but protects and equips him to get the job done right. Now, Bob is a doctor. His purpose is to care for people when they get sick. He needs to be in a sterile, germ-free environment, and his identity must conform to that environment. His clean and flexible identity allows him the tools to fulfill his purpose. Both Joe and Bob have distinct purposes, and both have unique, appropriate identities that align with those purposes to create unique, important individuals. Businesses work the same way. A business must know who it is, what it does, its foundation, its purpose in life. That's branding. Once a business knows its brand, then all identity and marketing will be built upon that brand.
Jeepers!
Jeepers indeed, Sporty Sport. Branding is the foundation to every successful business endeavor.
Like my lemonade stand?
Exactly, my citrus-happy friend. So remember, Big J, branding is you with intent and clarity at every customer contact point. It is the purpose that drives your business. Now you're branding Lemony Snicket. My work here is done.
Thanks, mister.
My pleasure, Jimmy the Squeeze. My pleasure.
Okay, so there are a lot of things tied up with branding. It's not just logos, it's an identity that's been created and aligned with the product and the company. So branding, a definition, branding is a process, tactics, and result of creating connections in people's mind between the company, the product or concept, and a set of characteristics. Brand, an identifying symbol, name, image or trademark that distinguishes a product from its competitors. Brand awareness, the extent to which a brand is recognized by potential customers and is then correctly associated with the product. Brand awareness can be expressed as a percentage of the target market. Brand development, this will measure the infiltration of a product sales usually per 1,000 population. So if 100 people in 1,000 buy a product, then we can say that the brand has a brand development of 10. Brand awareness. Now this is the faithfulness of consumers to the particular brand, and brand awareness is best shown by consumers buying again and again. So repeat purchases irrespective of the marketing pressure from competing brands. Brand value, the premium that a brand has because customers are willing to pay more for it than they would for a non-branded generic product. This is why the Apple iPhone costs just a ridiculous amount of money. Premium that the brand Apple has because customers are willing to pay more for it. The importance of branding. Branding has a lot of effective benefits. It helps differentiate that company and its products from its rivals, the competitors. And it's especially important when the products themselves can't be differentiated. They are homogeneous. So petrol, electricity, these things are the same. The only thing that differentiates them in a potential customer's mind is the branding and or the pricing. Branding can aid in employee motivation, so employees can be quite committed to a brand. Branding generates referrals from customers, word of mouth. They can become committed to the brand. Customers know what to expect from a company and its products. They've bought the brand before. Customers can often develop an emotional attachment between the brand and its customers, which will increase customer loyalty. Now, branding also increases the value of the business above the physical value of assets, and we call this brand equity. Packaging. Moving on quickly. Packaging in marketing concerns itself with the presentation of a product to a consumer. Packaging serves a few different functions for products. So there's the practical purpose of helping to store, handle, transport and display the product. But packaging can also provide an important means to market products. Packaging is what customers see when they see the product. So it can be an important source of product differentiation, especially if the product has a design, features or functions that are not that easily differentiated from competitive rivals. But the packaging can be. Right, packaging. Important for customer perceptions, product differentiation, protection of the product. It can contain important information regarding the product which the potential customer can read. So, quality products are associated with quality packaging. Good jewellery will never come in a plain paper bag. Great perfumes would never be sold in a plastic bottle. Customer perceptions are very important with packaging. Product differentiation. So again, while a product may be pretty similar to that of a competitor's, there's no need at all for the packaging to match. Stylish packaging can make the consumer feel good about her purchase, especially when they're walking down the street with their pretty little bags. Protection. There's a protective function, and this is especially important when the place part of the marketing mix, the distribution, involves posting or delivery by a courier. Packaging often provides useful information, from the diabolical assembly instructions from IKEA to the nutrient information that's required by law in a bottle of Coke. And it can be used for promotional purposes. Good packaging can inform the consumer or just help that consumer make the impulse purchase.